So we're continuing now with our exploration of the nth child pseudoclass, and we're in 019, 05, 06, CSS selector, pseudoclass, nth child. 06, nth child in is where we left off. And so in this one, what if we want to select a specific child? So the nth child, which one? Instead of even or odd, give me the third child. So sure enough, if you preview this, we get the third child. Pretty cool. So that one's not too tricky. Tricky one's coming up. And that's why I wanted a second video, because I knew that was going to take a few minutes. So here we have a big list, and I got it with this Emmet right here, of course, without the comment. So you can uncomment that, hit tab at the end. But I'm saying, give me LIs, which have the content incrementally increasing by 1. And I want to have 40 of those, and I want them inside, right, the children of a UL. So there we go. So that's how you got it. Let me comment that out. Voila. All right, so I have all of those LIs, and what if I want to take nth last child 10, right? The last child from the bottom come up 10 is what that's saying. So go to the very end and then come up 10. So here's the very end, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. So that's nth last child, and then the number, nth last child, and then the number from the last or from the end that you want to select. So that one's not too bad. And then the next one, nth child AN plus B. And so again, the exact same list here. And then here is the CSS. Let me show this to you. And the CSS is nth child 3n plus 2, right? So let's just like take a look at what that creates and see if we can understand the code. So that's 3n plus 2, 3n plus 2. So plus 2, 0. That's like 1, 2, plus 2. And then 3n. So every n go 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this reminds me of that point slope form y equals mx plus b, where b is kind of like, you know, the starting point, and then you have mx, which is your slope, right? But it's kind of like, to me in my head, the same deal. So 3n plus 2, start at 2, and then every third element, we're going to format it. So that's nth child 3n plus 2. And you can change this to anything you want. So you might say, how would I get 8, 18, 28, 38? So pause the video right now and see if you can modify this code, download it to your computer, modify it to get 8, 18, 28, and 38. Okay, here's the solution. I want to start at 8. So I'm going to put in, and I'm just going to duplicate this because we'll go back to the original. I want to start at 8, and I want to go every 10, right? So 8, 18, 28, 38. Cool. Let's check it out, see if it did it. 8, 18, 28, 38. Sweet. So here's another challenge, right? How would I get 9, 12, 15, 39? So it's going up by 3, right, every time. Okay, so pause the video, get it to do it, and then when you're done, here we go. Here's the solution. Pause the video if you haven't done it. Here's the solution. I want to start at 9. Okay, start at 9, and I want to go up by 3s. So I should get 9, 12, 15, 39. Let's check that out. 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 30, 39. Perfect. All right, last challenge. How would I get 3, 12, 21, 30, 39? So I'm going up by 9, by 9, by 9. Here's the solution. Pause the video, do it yourself. Here's the solution. I want to start at 3. And I'm going up 9 every time. So 3 plus 9, and refresh. And I've got 3, 12, 21, 30, 39. 3, 12, 21, 30, 39. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to get rid of that line and uncomment that line. And we've gone back to the original. So that's AN plus B. And if you look at that in the documentation, MDN nth child, right? This documentation confuses vast crowds of people, right? Where it talks about AN plus B. Just remember, B is the number you want to start at. A is increase this much each time, and N is just like every N elements or whatever. So anyhow, that documentation is confusing. Stick with the way I explained it. And then we have one last one here, and that's only child. the only child. So article only child, color red. And let's look at the HTML and take a speculation at what it's going to format. And what's your guess? Article. This is an only child of its parent article. This is an article. This is another article, right? Those are not the only children of the parent element. This is the only one. So this is the one that's going to get formatted, the last one. And voila, this is an only child of its parent. Cool. And I'm just going to take of its parent. And we could say this. I have a sibling. I am not the only child of this parent. We'll do that. I like that. We'll move this line up, Alt-Shift, and we'll duplicate that line, and we'll delete this line. I am also not the only child of this parent. I like that better. Cool. All right, so that's nth child. We're learning about pseudo classes. We've seen some really cool pseudo classes with nth child, with focus, with link, visited, hover, active, live, ha. And next we are going to look at typography, some typography pseudo selectors. And this is actually one of my favorite CSS formatting things. You're going to see it in the next video.